everybody. Hello, how's it going? This looks a little different now since the last time I went live. But anyway, hi. Happy Wednesday evening. And I wanted to come on to talk about something I started over on my page a little earlier, which was getting more vegetables into your diet or the diet of your family, your children. So I have 8 tips to get more vegetables in, and they all happen to start with the letter S to keep it nice and simple for you guys. So let's start with a pretty obvious one, salad. So if you try to make salad as an entree option, so let's say you pick lunch or dinner, and one of those two things, you have a big giant salad, you put your protein in there, you could add fruit, dried fruit, nuts, seeds, really the sky's the limit, but you can add other vegetables. So chop up lots of different raw vegetables, whatever you have on hand. But also remember, you can put in even like sauteed vegetables, so you can kind of mix the cold with the warm, and it really makes for a very good salad. So that's my first S, is salad. The next is smoothie. So you can blend up pretty much anything into a smoothie, and when you add a little bit of fruit to sweeten it, just a little bit, you don't even notice that you're drinking down some vegetables. So a good beginner option, if you're new to smoothieing, would be spinach. I would suggest spinach is very easy to cover up the taste of. It really doesn't have a very strong taste, especially if you use baby spinach. So you can just throw a handful or two into your blender, have some frozen berries or half a banana, something like that with your liquid, and whatever else you want to add in, and you won't even taste it. Whereas something like arugula or kale, I would say, would be more for an intermediate smoothier who's okay with tasting that. It's just a little bit more of a bite. So if you're brand new and you want to try smoothies and you think green smoothies taste gross, I can pretty much guarantee you, if you just start small with a little bit of spinach and you cover it up with a little bit of fruit, that you won't even taste it. If you haven't gotten my blueprint for smoothies, which is kind of a list where you know how much you can put in of liquid, leafy greens, fats, all of that stuff, so that you can't go wrong anytime that you make one, head over to the website. My site is taraallenhealth.com. And right there on the homepage will be a sign up to join my newsletter list. When you join my newsletter list, you get my free smoothie formula as a gift for staying in touch. So if you haven't done that yet, go ahead and join. Okay, my next S is soup. So soup is one of those things that a lot of people think is so complicated to make, but you can make it really, really very easy. So if you have some kind of a broth on hand, you can make your own, or you can just buy, veggie, chicken, stock, whatever you like. And you can just roast up or saute some vegetables so they're nice and soft. Throw them in a blender, add some of that broth, whatever seasonings you want, and blend it up. And there you have your soup, and it could be less than 5 minutes. And then just pour it all in a big old pot and put it right on the stove to heat it up, and you can have soup from start to finish in like 15 minutes. So it's really nice and easy, and is a good way to get lots of different vegetables in, especially vegetables that maybe some people have been not wanting to try in your household. You can just cook up a little bit of them and put them in the soup and go from there. So my fourth S is stir fry. So this is where you take a saute pan on top of the stove, and you can add a little bit of oil, or you can add even just water or a little bit of broth too, and you can stir fry whatever you want. So your greens, any other vegetables that you want, you can mix them with some garlic and onions, always very good, and pair that with some protein, or pair that with some quinoa or brown rice, and it makes a really quick dinner. And it's another option to have a lot of different types of vegetables in your day. So what are we up to? My fifth tip is spiraling. So if you've got one of those cool spiralizers, that makes the zucchini noodles or the zoodles, you can use that also for sweet potatoes, butternut squash, even beets come out really nice in a spiral, and they have a great color. So they cook really quickly on the stovetop once they're spiralized too, because they have a lot of surface area. And then you can just put whatever sauce or dressing, whatever you want on top of it. So that can be a really quick option too. And it's, you know, all made from vegetables. So just another way to add more veggies. Snack. So think about at least one snack a day, or, you know, if you're just starting out, maybe every other day. Can be something like raw veggies and hummus. Simple, something you can chop up ahead of time and have it all prepared. It's good for you. A lot of kids like it because they really like to dip. And then it's just, you know, again, another way to have those veggies in. And if you're thinking of it for your kids, if they're snacking on that, let's say after school, if they don't eat so much for dinner in terms of vegetables, you're not going to be as worried because they already got a bunch in before then. So that's always a good tip too, a nice afternoon snack. My next S is swap. So take something that you normally have and swap it out for a vegetable. So something like a wrap you can do on a big leaf of romaine lettuce. You can put anything on there. So it can be a Mexican salad type of concoction, and when you roll that up, it's like a little taco. Too bad I'm not doing this on Taco Tuesday. It's Wednesday. Or you can just, whatever you put on a sandwich or a wrap, you can just roll up in a lettuce wrap and have that instead. So now you're getting some more vegetables from the romaine wrap itself, and then whatever your normal sandwich was going to be. And then my last S is sneak. Now, I don't love using this word, but it's an S word, and I thought it kind of fits in with what I'm trying to say here. I never actually recommend that you sneak vegetables in, especially with kids or even with your spouses, whoever it is, because that's not a way to gain their trust. You want people to know that they're eating vegetables when they are. The whole idea is to keep them involved in the process. So that's a whole another topic for another day, but it did work for this description. So what I mean by sneak is to add it into things that you might not have considered otherwise. So let's say you're going to have some pasta and you're going to pour in a can of tomato sauce on that pasta. Just take one extra step, and before you pour that tomato sauce on, you can throw it in a blender with whatever vegetables you have on hand, you know, sauteed them, roasted them, whatever, and mix it all together. So let's say you have roasted carrots and some sauteed kale. You can throw some of that in the blender with the tomato sauce, blend it all up, and nobody will probably even know that you've added that, but you can certainly show them and tell them so that they won't be so opposed to it next time you suggest it. But it's just another way to get some more vegetables in, and this way, you know, your tomato sauce actually can count as vegetable. I know these days, I believe the schools are allowed to consider tomato sauce, like on pizza, as a vegetable, which to me is a little questionable. But if you do something like this, it actually can count as a real vegetable for you and your family. So let me just do a quick overview of what I just said. So 8 ways to get more vegetables into your day. So that's a salad, smoothie, soup, stir fry, spiralizing, snacking, swap, and sneak. I hope that helps you guys, and let me know if you're going to try anything new from what I just told you today. Head over if you want that smoothie formula. It's taraallenhealth.com, and it's right there on the homepage. Have a great night. Talk to you guys soon.